Welcome to something a little bit new, a little bit different. This is a kind of a Dota A to Z, where we're going to go through and talk about all the heroes, all their laws, all their abilities, where they sit in the pro and the scrub scene. But most importantly, would we smash them or would we ban them? I'm joined with Dav.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Ali.
Hello.
Hello, lads. Hello, lads. How
Hello.
you guys doing?
Yeah, good. I think we should introduce ourselves. Is that first podcast?
As in what? What do people need to know?
Well, who are we? Who is Joe and Dav? and
So true. So true. I'm Joe. I do scrub Dota.
I'm Ali. I'm a Dota addict. Been playing 10 years. I've been looked into
Is this all us becoming clean? Is this what we're? Is this now Dota Anonymous?
It is Dota
Although
Anonymous.
it's not very anonymous at this point.
That could be a name. Is Dota Anonymous.
I've been hooked for over 10 years now.
Yep.
Can't get out my system. Every time I try and come clean, I just come crawling back. It's a problem, and you know we're codependent on each other now, and the addiction. It's not good, or is it?
I'm Dav. I am a terrible Dota player, and I play Dota, and people watch it on YouTube and comment on how bad I am. Gone from Herald to Crusader, back down to Guardian. Where I'm lacking in skill, I'm making up in passion. I'm passionate.
Pure passion. Pure unadulterated passion.
Do we need to put our qualifications as well? Like of I'm ancient too, just to be clear.
Oh yeah, you need to. Yeah,
we're all completely average players.
We are average people playing
Hang on a minute.
average game.
Ancient 2 is pretty high though in Dota, right?
Yeah, it's pretty average though.
I think since everyone got boosted up, I think it's quite normal now.
God,
Isn't it?
I
don't
is
know.
normal. That just makes me feel really shit about myself.
But enough
Yeah.
about us.
Wait, Joe, you didn't introduce yourself.
I feel I did. I said I was a Dota addict. I mean, that what more is there to know? I play Dota.
You have a YouTube channel.
I cast Dav's games. I shout at Dav. And yeah, that's about it.
Joe's
cast
been my
scrubby
coach.
games.
Joe's been my coach for a while.
Well, you say coach. I'm not
That's
trying
why
to
you went
coach at this
down.
point. I started off being a coach, and now I'm kind of just trying to absorb some of the madness from those streams.
Just there for the ride.
I'm just trying to, divert some of that chaos energy from Herald's throwing and absorb it for you so that you can focus. I think that's what my role is now in those streams.
Do you know the meme with the dad? It's like, "Hey son, how was your day today?" And like all that like arrows in his back, and the kid's on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm the kid, and you're the dad.
Yeah, and the arrows is just
Herald.
Heralds.
Toxic
heralds and Twitch chats.
All right, what are we doing then?
Chat.
What are we doing?
We're doing a deep dive. We're doing a deep dive on the heroes. I'm going to start off with Alchemist because he looks like a fun lad, doesn't he?
They look like fun lads.
They are fun lads.
With an ass.
Alchemist, but it's two guys.
So
Yeah.
I've done a deep dive into Alchemist's lore. There's so much Dota lore, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking, if you've been playing Dota for 10 years, right?
Yeah, we both have, yeah.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with the Dota lore?
What is Dota lore?
Exactly. I don't think either of us have read a single bit of Dota lore in the decade that we've been playing.
No.
Well, I've got...
Wait, Dav, there's lore?
Yeah.
There's lore in the heroes?
There's lore hidden all through the game. You just need to know where to look for it.
So, okay. Do you think knowing the lore is actually going to make us better players as well, potentially?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah. If you know the lore, you understand the hero.
It'll help us, like, theory craft item builds, I think, and maybe synergy between teammates. It's like it's a business meeting. We're going to synergize. If we know the lore,
let's synergize Alchemist's lore. They've got synergy. You've got the little guy on the top and the little ogre at the bottom. I know their name. Names. So I thought it would be funny if you try after 10 years of Dota not knowing any lore. What do you think Alchemist's lore is?
Oh God.
it's the little guy, isn't it? It's not the ogre, which I remember.
Yeah, because it's
seeing
Alchemist
something like
and
that.
he's riding a guy.
Yeah,
Not in that way.
well, it could be in that way,
but it could be in that way. They could, off screen.
Not judging.
They could be doing. The size difference is worrying though, because that's gonna leave a mark. Well,
I'm guessing he's a chemist of some form.
He's a chemist of Al.
Of Al.
Maybe his name is Al.
Yeah, he's an Al and he's a chemist.
We can cut this out, but who's top and who's bottom if they're lovers?
I think you already know that one, don't you?
What I think is going to be Razzle, the guy in the top. But how's that going to?
He's called Razzle. He's not called Al. You're telling me he's not called Al?
What? His name's Razzle?
We'll go into the
Razzle Dazzle. No, that's Dazzle's name. That's Razzle Dazzle.
I reckon these guys are either brothers or lovers.
Okay, if they're brothers, then it makes our previous conversation a lot more fucked up, doesn't it?
It does, right?
Makes it a bit more spicy, doesn't it?
Or maybe this is like a Breaking Bad situation where the alchemist has been, dealing some dodgy potions, getting other wizards a little bit high on the sparkle juice, and he's got this big old brute of a security man, and he rides his security man around and deals crystal meth to wizards.
We gotta cook.
Or the alchemist is the big guy and he made the little guy by mistake. I'm thinking that could be
like a Powerpuff Girl or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was exactly what I was thinking. Is what was it, Professor Plutonium or whatever his name was?
Yeah, he put in like sugar, spice, and
Chemical X.
Chemical X. Chemical X. Okay.
And out popped some bearded guy, and he's just like. He's like ready to go.
He's expecting like a cute little like girl to come out and he's like some old
It's like, yeah.
He wanted a daughter and he got an old bearded man.
Well, mate, you said you didn't know the lore. That was spot on. You obviously read it before.
Oh, perfect.
Chemical X. Look, I'll tell you the lore for Alchemist. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to read out the piece of literature that's in the game. I'm going to read it all out, okay? It'll take about 2 minutes. We can cut it out if we want to.
I thought you were going to say hours for a second.
Yeah.
I really thought you were going to say, it'll be quick, it'll be 2 hours.
It's about 2 hours, okay. The sacred science of chemistry was a dark brew family tradition, but no dark brew had ever shown the kind of creativity, ambition, and recklessness of young Razzle. However, when adulthood came...
Razzle Dark Brew.
That's
his name.
Brew. Razzle Dark.
That's a cool name. I like that.
Brew.
That's a little old man on the top. However, when adulthood came, he pushed aside the family trade to try his hand at manufacturing gold through alchemy. Alchemist.
What was the family trade? I've lost track.
Alchemy.
The family trade was alchemy, and he tossed it aside for alchemy.
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Sorry, what's the difference between chemistry and alchemy?
No, it's not chemistry, it's chemistry with a Y.
Chemistry?
Oh.
I don't know, some shit. Okay, in an act of audacity befitting his reputation, Razzle announced he would transmute an entire mountain into gold. Following 2 decades of research and spending and preparation, he failed spectacularly, quickly finding himself imprisoned for the widespread destruction his experiment
Hold up. Before he's imprisoned, he's turned into adult, right? So what age is that? 21?
Well, yeah.
And then 2 decades later. So the guy on top is what, 41? You're saying he's 41 years old.
41 years old, yeah.
And he goes into prison. Young age of 41 after trying to turn a mountain into gold.
But he blew the mountain up and it fucked everything up.
How would you even go about that?
A lot of TNT. He got help from his good old mates techies.
He wrote them in.
There are theories about. I've got so many tabs open of theories, but no.
Oh god.
Everyone's like, no, stupid. Techies didn't blow up a mountain. So I don't think tech has anything to do with it, but okay. He failed spectacularly, quickly finding himself imprisoned for the widespread destruction his experiment wrought. Yet Razzle was never one to take setback lightly and sought escape to continue his research. When his new cellmate turned out to be a fierce ogre, he found just the opportunity he needed. After convincing the ogre not to eat him, Razzle set about carefully concocting a tincture for it to drink, made from the molds and mosses growing in the prison stonework.
How did that conversation go?
Go on.
Can we role play it?
Okay, I'll be Razzle, you can be the ogre, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you look tasty.
Hello, listen here, ogre, I'll put these molds together, and after I make love to you, I'm the top of course, drink this potion.
You're gonna fuck me? Oh, lovely. I've always wanted to be the bottom, but my size and stature always makes people assume that I'd be a top.
Well, I'm actually a top, so that's brilliant. Now drink this potion. It'll make your bum loose. Okay, no, we can't use that.
He sniffs the pop as you hand it. I mean, he drinks the potion.
He drinks the potion.
Okay.
As a good time.
In a week's time, it seemed ready. When the ogre drank the potion, it flew into an unstoppable
His
berserker.
asshole.
Out of his arsehole, destroying the cell bars and exploding through walls and guards alike. They soon found themselves lost somewhere in the forest, surrounding the city with a trail of wreckage in their wake and no signs of pursuit. In the tonic's afterglow, the ogre seemed serene, happy, and even eager. Resolving to work together, the pair set off to collect the materials needed to attempt Razzle's alchemic transmutation once more.
Oh my god. This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. He wants to blow up another Mount Ball. He wants a mountain of gold.
That's pretty cool.
He's gonna mess it up again. You just know it.
So I was looking at lore, I was looking at all stuff online, and a bunch of people think that the Alchemist is like gaslighting and manipulating the ogre, which gonna have to agree with.
Yeah.
In some of the
I reckon he's got him like roofied up and shit.
I think it is. Mate,
he's all drugged up and he's like dependent on like this high he's getting from the little guy on his back.
He goes, I don't want to walk in that. And there's a theory, because he says, you drive for a while, the Alchemist, Razik, that he's actually like mind controlling him.
Oh my god.
Mad. But, okay, Razik, he is a small keen, I think is what they're called, similar to the guy who drives the timber saw suit.
Ah, okay. I see that.
Some deep lore, and they're just like these little guys who fight and shit.
Just little guys.
Little gnomes, aren't they?
And the ogre, no one cares about the ogre. He's just an ogre. But people were like,
has he got a name? Has the ogre got a name?
I think he's just called the ogre. Yeah, I literally think
god, that's sad. Maybe we should name him
Kevin.
Kevin.
He is a Kevin.
It looks like a Kevin.
Big Kev like energy right there. Yeah, no, I see it.
And that's the lore. No sex fan fiction about Alchemist. There's a weird story about him breaking out of prison, but to be honest, there's nothing to write home about.
I mean, the prison fanfics writes itself.
Yeah, you don't
need it written down to imagine it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Two people not particularly liked by anyone. Fuck knows why the ogre was in prison. There's a theory that he was the guy who stabbed Sven on some road. Some people have got way too much time on their hands.
That's interesting, though. He is the guy who stabbed Sven. That's it.
The horn on his head?
Yeah.
Why do they both have matching horn heads, by the way? What's the deal with that? Have they got hats or have they got
he's
horns?
got a hat.
They got matching horn hats. It's not part of their...
The ogre's got a horn, but I think isn't that a hat? Isn't it?
It's a horny hat.
It's a horny hat.
I guess it's just a horny hat. It's not part of his... He's not like half rhino. It's not like he's from Spider-Man. He's half rhino, half man.
No, I don't think so.
Whatever that guy's called.
Just have
Rhino, I think.
Some uniforms. just matching uniforms. The theory was that Sven stabbed the ogre with his armor. That's what it is. And the ogre got that spike because he was going to stab Sven back or something like that. It was so far-fetched and so dumb.
But in our lore, he's called Kevin, and he was wrongly accused for something he didn't do.
Yeah.
Poor Kevin.
And now he's
Am I
being
right?
manipulated in his toxic relationship.
Gaslit.
He's got a little man riding him.
Oh no.
Little man riding him 24/7. Poor Kevin.
Yeah, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired.
And that's it. That's the Alchemist lore. Nothing too interesting, but he's obsessed with gold, and that's why he gets extra gold.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
That actually does.
It checks out.
Yeah.
It checks out.
I've got one
Got
more
one?
thing. One more other
Yeah.
thing.
Go
Go on.
for it.
Voiced. Okay, I was trying to do research, but I couldn't. He's voiced by Bruce Miles. Looks like a happy chappy. Same
nice.
guy who voices Lifestealer, and same guy who voices Omni Knight.
So
Huh?
a strength hero guy then.
What
Yeah.
else does he voice in real life?
Oh, well, I did actually look at this. He was in Anastasia. He played Vladimir. And that's the
No
only thing.
way.
Other-
No way.
Yeah. Other than that, he was in the Last Bounty Hunter video game. Played Nasty
Right.
Dan. And then a bunch of other things. Frisky Dingo. I've never heard of that. Lightning Jack. The Legend of White Gold. Thunder 3. 4.3 stars that got
Ooh,
on IMDb. Yeah, it looks terrible.
that sounds my kind of movie right there.
I'm adding that one to the watch list straight away. Straight away.
I want to hear my Alchemist talk in a different film.
Or it might be Lifestealer talking a different film. Who
Or
knows?
Lifestealer, true.
or Omni Knight.
Omni Knight.
Mate, Omni Knight, I was listening through all of Omni Knight's lines, and who says Omni Knight? Who, enters a room and says their name? Dav!
I think you should start doing that.
And that's the intro for the podcast. We just want to announce our names.
The next one,
Ali!
you just burst in. We need to get the mic close enough to a door that it picks it up, smashing it open.
It's me, Dav!
But that's all I had planned. And then take it away, boys, with the proper Dota stuff.
The proper Dota stuff, the proper nerdy Dota stuff. This is the stuff. I've learned a lot, actually. I did a deep dive on all his abilities. He's changed a bit, but there's some really weird interactions with some of his spells. But we'll get to that. But we'll start with his base passive. So Alk has a base passive now, which is his Greevil's Greed. You don't level it up, you just have it innately. Level 1, level 0, I guess. You just get bonus gold.
Free
get
gold.
Free gold for every last hit. So I guess Razzle's alchemy kind of works.
Yeah.
A little bit. So he's turning the blood and the bones from the kills into gold?
Just
I
straight,
guess.
all extra gold. Easy.
That
Free
kind of
gold.
checks out.
Yeah, maybe? He's got a bucket of blood that he brings around. He scoops up all the guts and organs and then turns it into gold on every last hit.
Not that much
Maybe.
gold either, to be honest.
No,
When you think
so-
about it.
It's weirdly pennies. It starts off as a 2 bonus gold for every last hit, and then you get an additional 2 for every last hit you get consecutively, and it goes up to 18. There's a window. If you don't get a last hit within 36 seconds, it drops back down and resets back down to 2. We should probably note what patch number we're on, because numbers change all the time.
That
True.
is true.
What patch number are we on, lads?
7.34.
34.
Good.
34. Will we do letter? The letters? That doesn't. I think 34 sounds
34 is
about
good
right.
enough, right?
Yeah, because otherwise, yeah.
Who knows?
34. 7.34. The best patch.
7.34.
One of the
I'm
worst
not gonna say it's the best
patches.
patch, mate.
One of the worst patches.
Oh, okay.
I'm not enjoying it.
I like it.
I guess that brings us on to ability number 1. It's Acid Spray, which is a big old AoE dot, and it's physical damage, and it does some armor reduction, which is, it's weird. It's like an aura in the area. So when you're in the area, you have an aura debuff on you that lingers for half a second when you leave the area, and it reduces armor. So it's kind of like, I don't know, what's it for, Ali? Is it just for farming, or is it for fighting?
Yeah, it can be fighting, isn't it? It's it's got enemy armor reduction, which also scales with the talents.
Yeah.
And from what I'm reading, is it does ally armor increasing
which is new.
Is that with the
Never-
talent or is that base?
I think that's with the talent.
Nice. So
But
what's the strat with it for farming? Do you like get stacks and then do it all in a heap, or do you
Yeah.
just kind of wallop it as and when?
Well, it just decreases armor, so you can get easier last hits.
You doing it
And
in
like,
lane?
yeah,
Or are you doing it in jungle?
Both.
Just
Both
anyway,
are-
you just
it's
spraying.
Yeah,
You
pretty
know
much.
what it is? Our poor boy Kevin
Yeah,
has been
he's been
fed
sneezing.
so many potions that he's got really bad acid reflux, and he's just spewing out every few seconds.
He needs
But
a
it's having to
Rennie.
digest down the bones of all the enemies.
He needs a Gaviscon or something. So fucking
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Gavison, Tums, other products are available. Yep,
Using
other products are available. Just FYI, so do not.
I'm a
This
I'm a
is not
Rennie
an
guy.
endorsement.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Rennie guy. If you don't know what Rennie is, it's an antacid. But there's also Gaviscon, and it's like milky. Oh, it's horrible.
I'm a Tums
milk of
dude.
magnesia kind of man myself.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh,
Using traditional alchemy from the Dark Brew family, Razzle concocts an acid that dissolves even the toughest metals. Okay, that's just
Boo, boring. No, Kevin's spewing up everywhere. I think
Yeah. Kevin-
that's what it is.
Yeah, we'll make our
Kevin's
own.
spewing.
he's just being sick, isn't
Yeah.
he? Poor Kevin.
But because this is like a physical spell, it means it goes through BKB, which is pretty nuts. And it's weird that the armor debuff as well, because it's like an AoE thing, you can't dispel it. So like BKB,
Yeah.
you can't dispel the acid spray. If you're in it, you're taking the armor reduction, which is weird. I also found out that if you put down 2 acid sprays on top of each other, the damage stacks.
shit. Because it's
That
if
is
you've got-
good.
If you've got Octarine in a fight, I think that's probably, or if you've used Refresher to refresh your acid spray, you can throw 2 down. And the pitiful 40 damage per second. I mean, it's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. But that
Does the armor get reduced double as well?
No, because
No,
it's like
okay.
I guess like any other non-stacking aura, like a mech or something, like a mech aura.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say
doesn't
if
stack
it
the aura. If it's stacked
if
like
it
that would be
did, oh,
nuts.
crap.
No, the aura
But-
doesn't stack, but the damage does.
minus
weird.
12 armor, that would have been pretty. That'd be a nice buff.
It would be so broken.
I don't think it would be that broken because you could only use it every. You'd have to get
True, I guess that
Octarine,
window
and
of being able to use it.
you would literally
And
have
you'd
like
have to use Octarine as well.
3. You would have 3 seconds where that's the case.
True.
That's
Maybe not even that, and you would have
Very.
to pre-place it as well.
You have to like hold
And-
them into the right spot.
Yeah.
the whole fight. Yeah. And also,
So new Dota strat of acid spray.
what
whole
refresher,
acid
refresher,
spray
acid
strat.
spray.
Yeah.
God. Modifier _ alchemist _ acid _ spray. Am I right?
Yeah.
So true. So true. What a strong modifier that is. But okay, you thought maybe that weird mechanic is weird. That weird ability. His second spell, Unstable Concoction, is so bizarre. So bizarre in its interactions. So basically, his second ability, he like gets a potion ready, chugs it up. In my head, it's like a bottle of Coca Mentos, right? And so on the back, the little alchemist has prepared a bottle of Coke. He's shoving in the Mentos and he gives it to the ogre. The ogre starts shaking it. And he's got 5 seconds to toss it before it explodes. So yeah, you charge up the stun, you can walk about with it. It actually gives you a move speed buff, which is pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
You toss it at a lad, and then it literally homes in. You can't disjoint it. You can't blink away from it. You can't do anything. It will follow you. It will find you. It's like, have you seen those the videos of people throwing items in Hitman? Like they lob the briefcase,
No.
and it just goes like on it's like a homing pigeon, and just follows them. It's like that. You cannot run away from this stun.
Never knew that. Like a Sven stun, or like any stun.
No, you can disjoint Sven's stun.
Yeah, there's some
with
you
a
can tell,
blink.
but it's point target, so you click it and it's
Yeah.
going to them regardless.
How many times have you been caught out and thrown it on yourself? I always feel like such an idiot when I stun myself as Alchemist.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If you don't throw it, it stuns you, which is so dumb. It's so funny. Are there any other spells that do that? where if you don't cast it in time, you take damage?
Not from my memory. I'm trying to think.
It's quite funny. It's also quite funny because the big countdown of the 5 seconds appears above your head and everyone can see it.
And everyone runs
Everyone
away.
knows, going, oh shit, get out of here. And you run into the trees and you're trying to hide.
But you can get stunned right before you throw it, and then you get stunned again, and then you get, and then you chat. Your team goes FUMF reported.
Yeah.
But nowadays, in the olden days of past,
Back in my day.
Back in my day, you used to be able to not throw the stun on a BKB target, so it used to be way more likely that you're just gonna take damage. You're gonna blow up, essentially.
You're going to accidentally stun yourself.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The fun thing
now
is, though,
you can just chuck it on anyone.
Yeah.
Because
they're BKB'd, because
the BKB change.
the stun won't hit them, but half the damage will. So
And, well, unless they're at the end of the BKB, and then it does hit them straight away.
True that. How long is the stun?
True that.
well, it's a crank up, so when you start charging it, it's not a long stun. I think it stuns for like half a second at its minimum, but at max stun, max level, it's a 3-second stun.
That's nice.
And
I
it's
like
also,
Mississippi,
as well as it being a point target,
three,
the point target it hits is an AoE around it. So you lob it at one guy, it will stun all the guys around him in a small area. Which is where it gets weird, lads. It gets very weird.
It gets weird.
So it's a point target spell, right? You target one person, it follows them, and then stuns that one person, and also the AoE around it.
Yeah.
So, Lincoln's. How do you think Lincoln's works with this ability? Lincoln Sphere, blocking a single point target spell. Any guesses of how this works with Unstable Concoction?
It blocks them all. If you get targeted and you've got the Lincolns, the AoE doesn't happen.
I would say the AoE happens and not on, but the damage you take is only from the AoE. That's what I would say.
What happens is you throw the stun, and when it lands, everything in that AoE counts as being point target stunned. Each person in that AoE counts as each individual point target spell, which makes no sense. So you can stun the one person in the middle with Lincolns. They won't get stunned, they won't get damaged, but the people around them will. Or if you point target one person that doesn't have Lincolns, but someone in the AoE does have Lincolns, the person in the AoE won't get hit by the spell because they got Lincolns, but they're in the AoE, but it triggers the Lincolns.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. But it also means phylactery works in the same way. So you yeet out a stun with phylactery, anyone in the AoE will get the phylactery debuff of an extra 150 damage in the slow.
Gaben, if you're listening, and I know you are, come on, man. Come on.
But it gets even weirder. It gets even weirder. Grimstroke makes this hero broken. Absolutely broken. So Grimstroke's ult is he links two guys together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you target one of them with a point target spell, it will go to the other person.
Yeah.
That's how Grimstroke is meant to work. So it's kind of like you get one free spell for every point target spell. With Unstable Concoction, you throw it at a linked target. It will then think that you've thrown 2 stuns because of the AoE. Because it counts... because the AoE thinks that you've thrown 2 point target spells at the same time. So you throw one spell in, you throw one stun in, it triggers once in the AoE, but then you get 2 extras thrown for free at both targets.
You get 4 stuns for the price of 1.
It's so dumb. It's 3 stuns.
Oh, 3 stuns.
Yeah, so you throw 1 and you get 2 for free.
Damn.
Provided they're hit in the AoE of the stun.
That's a deep dive there, Joe. That's a deep dive.
I went into testing. I went bonkers on this. I saw like notes on the Lincolns. I was like, how deep does this go? And it's weird.
One thing which I want to add to this is the damage type for Unstable Concoction is physical damage. It ain't magical.
Oh god,
It's
I didn't
physical.
even check that. So the damage goes through BKB fully.
It goes through BKB.
Oh my god.
And it stacks with the first spell because it's minus armor. And minus armor stacks with the physical.
Oh my god.
So
Shit, son.
hence the combo.
Dude, I'm playing
of
Alchemist
everyone.
later. That's it. I'm playing Alchemist. He's broken.
So when you get to the combo of the damage, the armor reduction essentially
Yeah.
with the physical damage of 400 damage concoction, it actually does 500 damage or something like that.
That's actually nuts. And you
Yeah.
pair that with the Grimstroke.
Exactly.
One spell's going to do 1,500 damage.
Oh my god.
I wonder what happens if you combined it with even more minus armor. If that makes it
If
even...
you got an AC or something, or
Or like
you hit them with a
Slardar roll or
Desolator.
something. Imagine
dude,
Slardar,
yes.
how much damage that would do. Would that
This is the strat we're running. We're doing Grimstroke
God.
with Slardar.
And then Alchemist.
And out.
Alchemist. I didn't
Nice.
think this podcast would end up theory crafting deep and weird.
Well,
Weird build.
we're getting builds for people to do.
This
Well-
is good. This
Yeah.
is the suggestions for people to come up with weird games for Scrubcasts. I think this is what this is going to become.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. I think that's
Oh
perfect.
my god.
There's still 2 more abilities left.
So
Yeah.
he's got Acid Reflux and Cocomentos. His third ability, Corrosive Weaponry, which is a passive. It's kind of his team fighty passive, where you've got acid on your little sticks that you fight with, on your swords, and you hit lads, it applies a stacking debuff, which firstly reduces their move speed, but also their status resist. And so it's a little percentage on each stack, but it can stack up to 10 times. So max level, you're reducing their move speed by 60% and their status resist by 60%, which is nuts.
That
that
is. Yeah.
Their stuns last longer, basically status resist. So that chains so well with your stun.
Yeah.
So- So I guess the strat is you kind of get in there, hit a lad a few times, and then whack your stun at him. So you're charging up your Mentos.
Yeah.
While hitting
While
in with
you're
your
hitting them.
corrosive weapons.
Wait, can you hit while
And
you're
then-
charging up?
Yeah. You've got free movement. You can do whatever you want when you're
Ooh.
charging up that Mento bomb.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, because the top on the top, the Razik, whatever his name is, charging
Yeah.
up.
He's shaking while the ogre's hitting.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then modifier _alchemist _self _corrosive _weaponry.
So true. I mean, at itself is quite a simple ability. It's just a passive. Illusions don't get it, is worth noting. So you can't do a weird broken manta strat where you just get all the stacks on per instantly,
Yeah.
and then everyone's insta-slowed. But with
Don't
BKB,
even try it. Don't even try it.
BKB's a weird one. So when you activate BKB, it's a D spell, right? So any stacks Alk has got on you will go away. But he can still apply more stacks on you while you've got BKB up.
What?
So when you come out of BKB, you're at max stacks. then?
Yep. So even if someone's in BKB, you're wailing on them, they're not slowed. As soon as that BKB's over, they'll
That's
probably be
it.
at max stacks at that point and just suddenly be hit by this massive slow.
Shit.
Which
Shit.
is-
And status
weird.
resist as well.
Yeah.
If you take any stuns or something, it's just...
It's
Well, you might as well type
60%
GG
is
straight away. Go
Six-
next.
60% is huge.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
looking at this. He's like the anti-Spirit Breaker with this passive.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker is all about his status resist and his move speed. This is the complete opposite of it, which is kind of funny. But I think this whole passive is designed for his ult, his chemical rage, his Hulk out, basically, right?
Mm.
What? Is this like smelling salts? Is is this
Well,
what this
also,
is?
the ult also increases the corrosive weaponry. So it
Yeah.
actually makes it 75% instead of 60%.
Shit.
Yeah, so his ult has
Oh,
so many
shit.
bonuses. So it gives him flat move speed buff, bonus health regen. It increases
What?
the stack percentage on his passive E ability. But the best bit about it is it reduces your base attack time. It's different to attack speed. It's better. It's kind of actually better than getting like a flat base attack speed, right? So your base attack time kind of works as like a multiplier of your attack speed in a way. So the lower your it's like an inverse multiplier, I guess. So the lower your base attack time, the much quicker your attack speed. So it's kind of like if you get items on this guy that amp your attack speed, your chemical rage ult will kind of multiply it like kind of nuts. It's
Like
kind
a
of
moon
nuts.
shard, 6
Yeah,
moon
I mean that's why we
Yeah.
saw Slapchop out as a
Yeah.
thing. Slapchop out works because of the percentage.
What? So the Slapjack
Yeah.
had a divine rapier and like 5 moon shards, and he'd eaten a moon shard. It was something dumb like that. No BKB, and the rest of his team were dreadful.
I looked at like the attack speed of an Alchemist. This is a level 30 Alchemist base. His base attack speed level 30 is 179 attack speed.
Is that high?
Wow.
It is what it is. Level 30 with 6 moon shards is 700.
God, fuck.
Okay.
So base level 30, no moon shards, but you use your ult, is 305.
Okay.
So that's kind of like having 3 moon shards.
Yeah, base attack time is
Yeah.
very important.
But if you're level 30 with 6 moon shards, and then you pop your ult, your attack speed goes up to 1,190. It's nuts. It's nuts how like much it amps your attack speed based on like what you got. It's crazy.
Well,
It's crazy.
this Slapjack arc in our game, we were about to win. We were pushing their ancient, and he was just hiding in our trees. Like we still had our racks and tier 3s and stuff, and he'd just come and like within 10 seconds with those items smash through all of our buildings. We couldn't see anything.
It's so funny.
And when he
It's
was
so
when
funny.
it was being casted, it was just like because we had absolutely no idea. We had no idea, but yeah, it was hilarious.
I think that's one of the most watched scrubcasts, that one. The Slapchop Alk, just because people want to rewatch that moment, the ending of Slapchop Alk.
It is
It's
beautiful.
iconic.
It's so
Iconic.
funny.
It's so good. It is so good.
What do you think of Alchemist as a hero?
As a hero,
I
itself,
like it. I really like Alk, man. He's a weird one though, right? Because you have got to play him slightly differently.
Yeah, Alk has its time and like he has his timing, which is like super important. And
He's all about getting that gold, right?
Yeah, it's all about the gold. They've kind of taken it a little bit away, I would say, from the previous patches, where you used to be able to get a lot more gold a lot faster. But then he was very OP during that.
Yeah.
What do you think of Alch mid? I feel like Alch players, especially Alch mid, will just farm. Will just farm. And that's all you do is Alch, right? You just farm until you have loads of items, and then you just stop fighting.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know the strat. What is the current build alley of Alchemist at the moment?
But what should we go to the shard upgrade first? Very important.
Yeah, let's go
Aghanim
through.
shard.
We've got the shard and the axe to still go through. The
Yeah,
shard
we've got
Okay,
the shard
sorry.
and the
Okay,
axe.
yeah. I jumped the gun a bit.
got excited. He's got too many abilities, is what we're saying. Right,
He
his
does.
shard,
He has a lot.
when he gets his shard, he gets a new potion in which he can pack up a little bundle of those smelling salts into a sample sachet and throw it at teammates.
So Vaz has his work cut out whenever you get the shard.
He's got too many too many potions to brew.
Good.
Too many little substances to slip to the friends and what is in smelling salts, exercise smelling salts?
I don't know, some kind of experimental stuff, right?
You mean it's legal, right?
No.
No,
They just called it smelling salts as a way to get around.
You can buy them on Amazon right now.
Yeah, no, you could buy smelling salts, but smelling
Beast
salts.
strong smelling salts.
No, but smelling salts that you do take as like a drug. They just call it smelling salts as like a way to sell it. It's not
Right.
it's not an illegal chemical per se because it's new and experimental. So they just call it smelling salts, and then eventually they ban it because people are using it recreationally.
Okay. Dav
Like
Dav
glue.
actually knows. Dav actually knows his shit.
It's
So
like
anyway,
the glue. Remember when people used to like sniff Pritt stick or whatever it was? back in the day.
When I used to eat Pritt Stick back in the day. Good
Well, yeah,
times.
eat.
Yeah,
Good
Sharpies
times.
as well. But it's
Oh,
not.
yeah,
It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, when people used to. yeah,
It's non-toxic though. It's all non-toxic. But like nail varnish.
Nowadays.
Nail varnish.
Nowadays, it's all non-toxic.
Um,
Anyway, his shard, which is giving his friends smelling salts, it gives them a 10-second buff. It's kind of like the Alchemist ult. So it's a 10-second buff of bonus move speed, bonus health regen, and bonus attack speed. Not reduced attack time, bonus attack speed.
okay.
So it's not as strong as the ult.
And a basic dispel as well.
And it's a basic dispel. Yeah, I mean, that's the huge bit about it. Yeah, holy shit.
Same with the ulti as well. When you press the ult, it casts a basic dispel.
Oh my god.
It's like a
haven't missed that.
mini Alchemist ult on the shard.
A mini
Well,
Alchemist ult on a 35-second cooldown.
Yeah, for your teammates or yourself.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. That seems really good.
Busted. Is busted. So his shard is kind of like a team focused thing, and so is his Ags. His Ags is a weird one. So when Alchemist gets Ags, he doesn't get a new spell. He doesn't actually get anything until he gives that Ags to a friend. So you can actually point target the Ags when you buy as Alchemist, and you click on an ally, you hand it over to them, and they get the Ags buff. Which
Butler
is
Alk.
pretty bust. Butler Alk.
Yeah.
And then when you give someone a buff, that's when you get an Ags buff. So for every one Ags you hand out, you get bonus attack damage and spell amp, and that stacks up to 5 times. So I think it's up to like 125 damage.
Wow.
I like
and
super late game. Super late
25
game.
spell amp, yeah.
There's nothing
Throw-
better than being a pos 5 and like it's like a 60-minute game and your Alk's like, do you want an Axe? And it's like, yeah, great.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
And
please, sir,
doesn't
thank you.
if the target already has a Ags, it gets fully refunded.
Yeah, so if you give it to a friend that has Ags like in their inventory, they get refunded 4,200 gold.
That's
If
pretty
you
sweet.
target someone that has bought Aghanim's Blessing, or bought it or got it from Roche, you can still give them an Ags Blessing from your Ags, and it gives them back 5,800 gold.
Now that is a sweet deal as a carry or as
That's
a
a good
support.
deal.
You get
That's a very good deal.
that is definitely worth.
But you eat the Ags then. You eat the Ags. You don't hold it. You have it as a buff.
You force
Yeah.
feed it onto them,
You
Mate,
force feed, but it gives
and you
them
never have to
stats.
hold one.
That's awesome.
It gives them the stats, though.
Yeah. That's solid.
It's
It's making me want to play out.
busted. Yeah, I wanted to play Alk right now. But yeah, that's Alk, baby. That's all his shit. Unless I've missed anything.
Is it worth going over talents potentially?
Oh
Or-
god, no. We'll be here all night, Ali. We'll be
He just gets money right. He
It's just some buffs. Yeah, it's just.
Are there any big ones?
I wouldn't count them as big.
Okay, if there
They're
aren't
not-
any major ones, we'll
I
ignore
wouldn't
them.
say that.
I know there are some heroes where they are actually quite important, but if there aren't
Yeah.
any major ones for Alk, I mean
Like-
the one is like giving his allies armor on the acid
Yeah.
spray as well.
But people don't take that one. They take the damage because they go, "Ooh, I want damage,"
Yeah.
and they get really excited about the damage. It's
that's
2
the scrub
damage.
scene. That's the scrub scene, baby.
It's
That's
the
a scrub
2 damage.
scene.
You got to take it.
Oh,
It's
dear.
the most popular one.
I mean, I can speak for the scrub scene, and I can say I don't see Alchemist at the moment at all.
And I'll just say, I haven't seen an alchemist watching any pro or.
Is he just not about? Why is he weak? What's wrong? With him?
Why?
Yeah.
Low armor versus all the most popular heroes. He is god awful. He doesn't
Okay.
farm faster than, say, a gyrocopter.
Mm.
Like, you just can't out farm that. Even with like the buffs from Greevil's Greed, it's just not enough gold. It like what is it? You're getting an extra 18.
It's not much, is it?
Yeah, it's like 18 gold. Like it's really not much gold. Or it's like how much gold? I'm trying to work out how much gold it is. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
only
a max bonus of
30
18.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Per last
So
bit.
it's not much gold you're getting overall. And it also requires you to buy a farming item first. Like, you essentially have to get your Radiance or your Battle Fury or your...
Hear me out. People are playing Alchemist wrong. Alchemist is now a POS 3 who lanes with Boomstroke only and gets phylactery.
I will say, on the most used items, I do not see any phylactery.
I think it's the next strat.
Maybe you're just inventing the next meta.
Because it's an AoE phylactery. It's pretty busted.
I don't know. I don't know.
AoE
It's
phylactery, Dad.
so circumstantial.
This is, I will tell you the stat on Phylactery Alchemist.
Yeah.
It has been purchased 580 times.
No way.
People have had the same idea.
Only 500 people.
It does have a 50% win rate.
Okay.
So,
pair that with a Grimstroke. That's 100%.
It's pretty alright.
Wait, no, because it's 3 stuns instead of 1. That's 150% win rate.
Considering that Alchemist's win rate is less than 50%, it's at 46% win rate in overall.
Oh.
In Dota at the moment, it's at 46% win rate.
That's pretty good.
You're improving your odds then.
46,
no, it isn't.
46% is
that
great.
Is one of the lowest win
It's good for Herald bracket though, Alex.
Yeah, that's great.
It's above 30. It's a good win rate.
It's a good hero. I would say he is definitely one of the worst heroes at the moment,
So,
by far.
Where'd you play Arc? What is the best place to play Arc? Apart from POS 3. Apart from Phylactery POS 3, obviously.
Apart from
obviously number
Phylactery
one.
POS 3, well, the pros are all playing him carry.
Mm-hmm.
They're all playing carry. With a couple of, like, games where he's been run as a POS 4. And is essentially just rushing, what is it? It's like, Solar Crest... plus Solar Crest, Lotus Orb, Glimmer Cape, and he's just like kind of
Just
a
aura
farm
and utility.
support. Utility, and you get the acid spray for allies, grants armor to allies, so then you're just buffing up people.
There's just so many better POS 4s. So many.
Well, exactly. There's so many better POS 4s.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And in the pro scene, which I was quite interested in when I was looking it up, Alk's win rate is 33.33%.
Dude, that's rough.
Jesus.
And mainly because when I was looking it up, the latest one, which, like, the biggest tournament which has been on recently is Dream League, where, of course, people have been trying to run it against PA. As a different timing to PA. So, like, essentially, farm up Radiance, you farm up, like, maybe 2 other items, and then you go, and you just essentially non-stop. You go, and essentially hope that you win. Of course, we all know the answer to that. PA always wins.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. The PA will just own it. One team did beat the PA, but I wouldn't really count it as the Alk beating the PA, considering our good the good pro player Ramses 666 went 0-3 on his Alchemist.
It's not bad.
He literally did nothing.
But did he
That's
get
not
phylactery?
He did not get phylactery.
Well, there we go. Well, if he
That's
got phylactery, maybe he would have got some more kills.
That's
His
right.
shaker carried him to victory.
It's just
so
such a risk doing that strat of we got to win fast. Do you know when
exactly.
Do you know when you choose a team and it's like, cool, we can't let it go late, we got to win fast, and then everyone loses their lanes.
Yep.
You lose.
And it's like,
Yeah.
for
Exactly.
fuck's sake.
It's so hard to go high ground at the moment. It's crazy.
That is Alk, like, in pro and kind of like I feel like in lower level pubs at the moment, Alk's doing a little bit better because, as you say, like, the games are going on so long that you can farm everyone an axe. And it's like, okay. Like, it's just stupid stuff like that, which is always fun. It's like a lot of fun and everything. Because you can just farm up your team and ags and everyone's like, even if you lose, everyone's kind of having that fun time. Because everyone's getting their ags, everyone's super farmed. But it is not good. I will tell you that. It is not a good hero at the moment.
Has it ever been good?
Maybe they haven't discovered the phylactery potential. I'll give Joe credit.
I'm realizing
Sometimes
now
he's
it doesn't
ahead on the
really
meta.
stack with the idea of minus armor from the acid spray, but it's still it's still something.
It's still something, but you never know.
You never know.
We may be able to see it at TI coming up. Who knows? But I'll have a guess, and if there's not a patch, there's no way we're gonna see an Alchemist.
No.
Probably maybe 1 or 2 out games at the best.
At best, yeah.
Where they'll try a fast-paced strat, but otherwise the hero sadly
going high ground and then regret the out pick.
Yeah, because his armor gain isn't the best, and versus like a PA or a gyro or any of these heavy physical damage cores,
he's just not having a fun time.
Just dies.
Yeah.
He melts
you can
towers.
buy
Though,
all the armor.
He melts towers when it comes
He
down.
does melt towers, but so does gyro. So does a
every
PA.
other right-click hero at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of the issue at the moment, is that you have these heroes which just they do everything which Alk does, but better. Like even farming is better than an Alk. Even though that he got a supposed buff of 3 Grieval's Greed, you don't need to put a point in it. You can just build your stun and your acid spray. He's still not strong enough to just fight. Like, maybe with a couple of changes, like the joke of the best patch note is +1 armor. Maybe that would actually help out. It could be enough to push him over and make him just that little bit tankier to deal with it, or increase his farming speed just a little.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Alk every game. Like, I remember when we did see Alk every game, and it was
feasible,
painful.
Right? Make it feasible.
But at the moment, he is 106th on the most popular heroes. Don't think there's many others.
There's not many more heroes than that.
Jeez, yeah.
It's pretty low.
Well, regardless of how popular he is in the game, how popular would this lad be IRL? Would we be mates with this lad? Are we smashing, or are we banning Alchemist? What are we saying? What's the vibe check?
It's gonna have to be a ban for me. I just like.
You're banning?
I'm going with a ban at the moment.
What? You guys are crazy. I would smash.
I would smash for the lore, ban for the hero.
Ogre. Oh, purely lore. Purely lore
smash, easy.
Let's have it. I mean, maybe we do have to weigh them all up together.
I think I would just sell ban. The only thing would be that he can give me money, but
But he's quite generous with it. You see, like, he's giving out ags to friends. He's, getting gold everywhere he goes.
I don't trust him.
Although, maybe the drug usage is a bit.
The drug usage is a bit of an issue.
I don't trust him.
And I don't. More I think about it, I don't know much about the Kevin guy either.
Kevin seems like a chill guy. I don't mind Kevin.
I like Kevin.
Chill.
Kevin is chill.
I'm not going to be a gold digger.
I think Kevin would be like
I'm banning.
Turn up with like.
I'm reluctantly banning.
Yeah. Kevin would turn up with like black eyes and like, what's happened? He's like, nothing, I fell.
Kevin, you keep falling. What's happening at home?
Just really clumsy.
Don't you say anything.
Okay.
But just generally as a hero, like what kind of players play hero? What kind of players play Alchemist?
Well, it used to be mids, wasn't it?
But it's
none of them at the moment. No one plays
them
at the moment, which is quite funny. Yeah, but it used to be mids. It used to be carry. You could actually play Alk in a lot of places, which I liked about the hero, is that you could play a hero wherever you want to play the hero. Couple more buffs, easy.
My issue with Alk, like with Alk mid, and you have a hard carry, so you have like, I don't know, an anti-mage or something. They just both fighting over farm for 20 minutes while just the other team run everyone ragged.
Yeah.
And I just find it annoying because with Alk, you have to farm. Like, that's literally your ability. You farm because you get more gold, and it's just like, Come on, man, help the team out. I know you might give me an axe in an hour, but
But the game's already over. The tower's already
Yeah,
gone.
and I always
that is the
I always
problem.
find it annoying when you have like farming centric heroes mid. Safe lane fine, but why would you pick him safe lane? Just pick anyone else.
I love farming heroes mid. I think maybe that's the way which we play as stacks and stuff is
Our weird own meta.
in our weird meta. If we have a farming hero mid, it takes off a bit of pressure from the safe lane as well. So if it doesn't go as well, we know that we've got another core. We've got that extra carry mid.
I guess
And it's
that's the
always good.
difference, isn't it? When you've got a stack and when you've got
Versus
solo
when
queue.
you're alone and
Whether you're solo scrubbing it up.
yeah.
Oh, well, I still would ban.
You're still banning. I'm banning. I don't trust him.
Smash for Kevin.
Not
Yeah, smash Kevin.
Just for Kevin.
smash Kevin.
Smash
He's
Kevin.
the bottom, smashing the bottom
100%.
Kevin, and well, maybe stay acquaintances with. Razzle. That was his name, right? Razzle.
Razzle.
You know,
Razzle?
Razzle. I've been calling Razzle.
Pretty
I've been
sure.
calling him Razzle the whole time.
Razzle
No, it is
dazzle.
no, sorry, it is Razzle. It is Razzle. Rizik.
Okay, good.
Rizik is the timber guy.
Yes, Rizik is the timber.
That's the
Ah.
one. That's the one.
Oh dear. Well, thanks for joining us. Let us know whether you would smash or ban the Alk, and we'll catch you next time for another hero, I guess.
We're moving on to B. We're not sure who. Let us know who you want us to do. We'll probably have already recorded B. So.
but let us know either
Yeah,
way.
let us know, but we've recorded already.
Well, we've recorded it, but let us know. Just let us know. It'll all be good. I was going to leave us a comment, but you don't. do that.
Have a guess
After
which
you.
one we're gonna do.
I'm sure you do somehow. Just send us a letter to us.
42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
To Gaben. Send it to Gaben. All right.
Yeah, email Gaben. Let him know.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.